The next really important thing to consider is the photographer's style. You've narrowed it down to 5 or 6 photographers and decided who to meet. But how did you narrow it down to those 5 or 6? Well, consciously or subconsciously, it's the photographer's style. And what's most important to you? When you looked at the websites and the samples of finished photographs, some of them spoke to you. Some of them struck a chord with you. Oh, those people are having fun. Oh, look how romantic that scene is. Those are the photographers you're going to click with. You want to feel that emotion in their pictures. Then you need to decide what's the most important thing to you. When you envision your wedding photographs, do you envision the formal family pose hung over the fireplace in your living room? Or are you looking for that candid shot where you and your bridesmaids are laughing about something in your dressing room before the wedding? Knowing that is going to go a long way toward deciding who the right photographer is for you. Here's a good question to ask or to keep in mind. Some photographers during your first dance will just candidly take shots of the two of you while you look into each other's eyes and dance your first dance. Others will come out on the dance floor and ask you to both turn your heads that way so they can take a picture of you. Neither is right or wrong. It's just what it is that you want. You might want to say to your photographer, are you going to ask me to pose during my first dance or just take candid photographs? Those are the types of things that are going to find out if this is the right coverage for you. Another good thing to ask about is the photographer's interaction with other people at the weddings. How do they go about getting people to pose for the formal portraits? How do they go about capturing the informal portraits? Are they just completely candid, or do they actually ask people to do things for those candid shots? These are really important things to know. Another important style element is whether the photographer is more photojournalistic or more artistic. Do you want photographs that represent the reality of the day, how it actually happened, or are you more drawn to the more artistic, creative shots with perhaps color effects and other photo effects that can be applied? It's another important thing to talk to your photographer about. If you really like their work but don't want any of those extra effects added on, talk to your photographer and just say, I'm really not crazy about these special effects. Can we stick with this style? And they'll tell you yes or no. Do you want formal? Do you want romantic? Do you want modern and edgy? These are good things to know. Are you more inclined to like the photographs of everyone standing on the altar at the church? Or are you looking for the photos that you see sometimes of a bride and groom in front of a brick wall or walking through a park? Or the bridesmaids and groomsmen all jumping up in the air at the park? Everyone has an image in mind of what they want their wedding photography to look like when it's done and how they want their day captured. So you need to decide what it is that you want and then look for the photographer that can really fulfill those wishes.